being here and whatnot. It's been nice. I feel like I learned way more in my first year out of college, like working in a full-time job, than I did all 3.5 years of college. Like
Yes.
I don't know how you learn, but like I hate learning like by looking at a book, watching a PowerPoint and a professor talk. I'm like, this is
And it
terrible.
has a boring voice to add to that.
Yeah, just a monotone voice. Oh, it's terrible. And so like you get me actually hands-on, like
Yes.
out on the field, on a computer, like digging into Excels or docs, like talking to people on the phone, like that's way I'll learn so much more because you make more mistakes and you're not just taking notes and oh man. So I don't know. Is that how you learn too?
No, I am 100% a hands-on learner. I hated that stuff. You have no idea. And
Oh,
it's funny. I think I don't know. I definitely talked about it in an episode, but I honestly forget which one. But like I think it was with Herman Wong actually. Like college, yes, it's important to go to school and like get the degree and all, but like there's so much stuff nowadays that you can learn outside of college that you could be insanely successful with. Like not even go like it's just crazy to me to think about that stuff. Like sometimes.
right. I know. I look back and I'm like, man, was like if I have to be honest, I would think that college, like the educate, like going to college wasn't worth it on the educational side. It was
Hmm.
worth it on like the experience side of like
Yes.
making friends, building connections, doing internships, like getting experience. All those things definitely was. But yeah, like the money to pay for classes, no. Like no.
Yes. That's what exactly what I was going to say. Like you said, experience and everything else above it. Because I mean, outside of the classroom, I mean, besides learning Premiere Pro by a great teacher, his name is Brian Schoenfeld, amazing, and Steve Krasik, both great guys. Besides that stuff, like, and there's other couple other teachers that were obviously very good, but besides that stuff, it's just like everything outside of the classroom. Like I really didn't learn anything in the classroom. I learned maybe like one or two things, but like and like that retain in my mind. But it's all hands on learning. Like what the experience you build up is very important.
Right? Absolutely. No, I know. I feel like I heard this once. I can't remember exactly how it went, but they said like the things you do remember are the things you need most. It was
Hmm.
something like that, and it was so weird because like I only remember a couple things like specifically in classrooms and things like that, and I will think of them when something occurs, and I'm like maybe there's a reason to that. It's
Hmm.
weird how that works. Kind of like what you were saying. You remember a handful of professors or a handful of stuff, but
Yeah.
like it all goes into the big picture, I feel like.
Yeah, and everything happens for a reason. So I mean, there's a reason we both went to college and learned, and you never know.
100%. That's what I live by. Everything happens for a reason. No, no,
Yes.
yeah, it would like I don't know where I'd be, what I'd be doing. Same with you. Like if you didn't go to where you did and like, what would we
Hmm.
be doing, Adam?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that. Like so. Right after spring break is when this whole quarantine thing happened. I started this podcast, and like I would have never expected a year ago that this is where it is, but now it's all this ideas and whatnot, and that's kind of what the world is right now. With have the this pandemic like kind of screwed up a lot of stuff, so you have to
Right?
be creative and be successful some other ways.
Oh, absolutely. I know. It's crazy how much like the pandemic, like absolutely it's terrible, right? Obviously, but
Hmm.
it's crazy how creative people got and
Yeah.
how many people became like influencers or popular or famous or whatever it is because of it. Because like, what, they had to be stuck at home and they're like, all right, I gotta entertain myself. What am I gonna do? And then they documented it, whether it was in podcasts, whether it was in TikToks, whether it was on YouTube, like whatever it was, and then they put it out there and people are like, wow, these people's lives are interesting, but
Yeah.
like those individuals never really took the time because they go through the motions of school or their
Yes.
job and stuff. So it's actually like it was actually helpful in that way for people to self-reflect almost.
That's why I learned that Mike again was telling me about like do you so the 9 to 5 life is not for everyone, and like you gotta live your life, because I never want to live my life with a what if. I want to know that I did it my way, and it's hard sometimes because yes, you have to you have to make money for yourself to grow and whatnot, but it's about like putting it in the asset column, what's going to help you grow. And it's interesting, like life's very interesting, and I mean, we're both very young, so we'll be learning it very shortly, everything in life.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, it's nice. You're 23, I'm 24. Like we could mess up for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years and we're still young. We're still still got our whole lives,
Yeah. I
So
yeah.
we don't, yeah, I have the same mentality in terms of I would way rather say I failed than what if, because
Mhm.
you at least learn, or at least you have like
Yeah.
closure. If you quit or you don't try, the only answer is it's not going to happen, and so you
Mhm.
might as well give it a shot, right?
Yeah, what's the worst someone's gonna say to you, no? You know?
Exactly. And if you chase those things, if you chase your passion, or you chase your what you think your purpose is, or what you're good at, like I truly believe the money will come. Like
Yeah.
I
It's
think
it's gonna it's gonna come, like, you truly believe that you're gonna do that, and you like, that's that power, that mindset. You put what you put in the universe, you get back, and you truly believe that stuff, it's gonna work because you're working at it some one way or another.
exactly. Couldn't agree more. We're like the same person. Yeah.
That's why I knew, like, from even watching your episode or TikTok, I was like, this kid is gonna be a great, like, talk. I know it. I just knew it.